Hi and welcome to Maxi Football News. In this video today we'll be discussing Arsenal's most recent performance at home to Fulham. We'll be looking at the transfer news, potential incomings and outgoings, and addressing the areas where we believe they should strengthen to make sure they don't fall short again like last season. The Arsenal starting 11 is the strongest it's been in recent years, but there's still room for reinforcements, especially in the wide area with the departure of Nicola Pepe and in the middle of the park. Also, TalkSport host Laura Woods fires back at Andy Gray and Richard Keys after their criticism of the Arsenal players and fans after celebrating their victories as they maintain a perfect start to the Premier League campaign. Without further ado, let's get underway. Arsenal came back to beat Fulham to stay on top of the Premier League. This result was the first time Arsenal have won the first 4 games of the Premier League season since the start of the 2004-2005 Invincible campaign. Dominated the first half, but Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic continued his red-hot form in front of goal to break the deadlock before half-time, taking the ball from under the feet of Brazilian centre-back Gabriel and slotting the ball past Ramsdale. Arsenal hit back just a few minutes later with a goal from Martin Odegaard from the edge of the box that deflected past former Arsenal shot-stopper Bernd Leno. The home team pushed for the winner and were rewarded 5 minutes from time, when Gabriel got his redemption and tapped in from close range while Leno failed to deal with the corner. Arsenal have now won 4 games in a row and are looking very good at the top of the Premier League table. TalkSport's Laura Woods fires back at Andy Gray and Richard Keys after their criticism of Arsenal players and fans celebrating after their recent wins. Let's take a listen.
Hang on, Arsenal fans, because apparently you're not allowed to celebrate. And this is according to Richard Keys and Andy Gray of beIN Sport. I've sent a tweet out of this at the weekend because it really bothered me. And it wasn't just those two saying it, to be honest, Ali McCoy. There's a lot of people saying it. I don't understand this. I don't understand where we're suddenly not allowed to celebrate wins. Let me tell you why. 4 wins in 4 for Arsenal. You're missing key players in that win as well, Partey and Zinchenko. So even though it's against Fulham, whatever. Look, last season at this point, we were taking bets on this show for relegation for Arsenal and for Mikel Arteta to lose his job. And Arteta out was trending most weeks. So I don't know necessarily that celebration was about beating Fulham, coming from behind to beat Fulham. I think it might have been a bit of a combination of a lot of things. Probably a lot of relief in there as well, at the way that Mikel Arteta's managed to turn that club around. Last season, we're talking this season, you had those guys as well saying, look, it's only Fulham. Look, who have you actually beaten? But this time last season, when Arsenal lost those games, Chelsea were in there. They lost to Chelsea, they lost to City. Chelsea, who were the reigning European champions, and Manchester City won the league. So, come on, give us a little bit of a break. Give us some credit in this. I think a lot of it as well, it's rebuilding this team and it's rebuilding the relationships with the fans, which was so important for Mikel Arteta. That's one of the things that was top of the list. Sally McCoy is saying, look, that fan base, our fan base at times, the relationship with the club, with the players on the pitch as well, it's been really torrid. It's been really poisonous at some points. It's not been great. So to rebuild a relationship with the fan base to the point where they are celebrating after beating Fulham that much, that's a positive for me. That's great. That just shows that your fan base are completely engaged. They love what they're seeing. It's not just about who you beat, it's the football that you're playing and it's the position that you put yourselves in. Arsenal fans know this better than most fan bases. We've been like the banter club for a number of years. We haven't won the league since 2004. It's been a long time. No one is saying that we're going to win the league this season. All we're doing is enjoying it, potentially while it lasts, because everybody knows in the Premier League your next loss is around the corner. They're beating the teams that are in front of them, but look at the end of last season when they capitulated and missed out on top 4 and lost to teams that they shouldn't have, and then beat teams that they potentially shouldn't have. It's the Premier League. Anything can happen. It's football. Just enjoy it while it's there. Otherwise, if we start penalising everyone for celebrating anything, you cannot celebrate a goal in the game, just in case you lose that game. You cannot celebrate a win just in case you don't win the league or don't rain on people's parade. People pay money to go and watch football. They pay subscriptions to watch it on the telly. They pay their tickets to go to the game and enjoy it. And then they spend their weekend talking to their mates, bragging to their mates, going out, having a drink, enjoying themselves. It's literally what it's about. If you're not allowed to celebrate, and if someone's going to come along and say, hang on a minute, that's a bit much, that looks like a Premier League celebration, why are you celebrating like you won the league? Just celebrating a game. Like, it means something to somebody. Get over it. Get over it, guys.
Transfer news now. and Yuri Tielemans, who's been linked with a move to Arsenal all summer. The need for depth in the middle of the park and reinforcements has increased drastically in recent days after Mohamed El-Neni suffered an injury, with Thomas Partey already injured and Zinchenko nursing a knock. Another player on the radar is Palmeiras central defensive midfielder Danilo, who was linked with Arsenal last summer. Arsenal seem to be in the market for a wide player that can play on both sides, as they did bid for Rafinha early in the window. And they've also been linked with Pedro Neto and Wilfried Zaha in recent weeks. The later in the window they leave it, the more Wolves and Palace will demand for their star players. Which leads to fresh reports emerging today, with a potential move for Ukrainian wide player Mikhailo Mudryk. Let's take a look at some fan reactions. For the Arsenal says, Danilo and Mudryk, we are laughing. Arsenal don't have to buy superstars, we make them. Wellbeast goes on to say, I've never heard of Mikhailo Mudryk until today, but after watching his 2-minute comp on Twitter, I can now tell you that he's Ukrainian Neymar. What a talent. Zinchenko can't be our left back and midfielder. Ben White can't be our right back, centre back, and our new defensive midfielder. Xhaka can't be our number 6 and 8. It's great to have versatility, but Arsenal need to have enough depth to ensure that 2 injuries don't result in a collapse like last season AFC. Adam Keys goes on to say, with El-Neni out and Pepe away, the desire to strip out the squad is looking worrying again for Arsenal. Huge 3 days, #AFC. And this one here is from Transfer Checker. He's probably the most reliable in-the-know account on Twitter. He says, this afternoon Edu Gaspar held talks with representatives of Palmeiras holding midfielder Danilo Oliveira and Shakhtar Donetsk winger Mikhailo Mudryk. No indication if they're primary targets, but they're on the radar. #AFC. It's competition time, so to celebrate the launch of the new channel, we're giving away a personalised football shirt of your choice. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, comment below, subbed with the word subbed, and followed by the team that you support and the shirt that you like. And the winner will be announced on September the 30th. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop a comment below so you can get featured on the next video.